What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster-in-chief. And tonight in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a Tezzeret artifact deck. Finally, I decided to brew around Tezzeret, and what's blowing my mind is that I haven't seen another content creator put up a Tezzeret deck. Like, it seems like it doesn't exist in the set. No one's playing it. And I had to just give it a try, and of course I went down a super deep brewing rabbit hole where I ended up on like 7 different versions and like all the different color combinations possible. I think I've narrowed it down to, you know, where it's at. This is the one that's been getting me the best win rates. It also, you know, various Tezzeret decks is what got me into Diamond over the weekend, so pretty nice. I don't know, I think I'm just rambling at this point. We should probably just jump right in. Without further ado, let's have a look at tonight's brew. Simply called United Weapons, but as you can see, a bit of a brewing spree, and I've deleted quite a few. But this is, like I said, United Weapons is the one we're going with, and frankly, by Chandra, sorry, for Tezzeret. It's what I just decided in testing like a second ago, and I think we will not be disappointed. So, Tezzeret. Let's start, you know, with the main card of the deck. It's a 3-mana Planeswalker. Those are, you know, typically pretty busted, and it's one of those Planeswalkers that doesn't have a plus ability, so you get loyalty on it by doing some other thing. In the case of Tezzeret, it's usually artifact centered. In case of this particular Tezzeret, it's when an artifact enters the battlefield. You know, there's another Planeswalker in standard right now that gets loyalty through other means than just the plus ability. Ral, the Izzet one. You have to cast spells to, or instants of sorceries to get more loyalty. You know how much harder that is to do, to the point where you can reliably ultimate a Planeswalker like that. I mean, at least in standard, right? Whereas Tezzeret here, piece of cake. When you're playing artifacts that you sacrifice with other artifacts that then make an artifact when they die, and both of those entering the battlefield when you have weapons manufacturing in play, makes artifacts like you can. I've often double emblemed Tezzeret since testing this deck in a single match, obviously. So like you can imagine firing off United Battlefront, hitting weapons manufacturing and whatever other artifact, and you have Tezzeret in play. Ding, 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 ding. It's amazing. We also have a land that is... Oh, let me switch to the new foundries. And I need to tell Arena. I always like the new stuff. Where is it? Yeah. I thought it was already. Also, very sneaky. Couple of Caretaker's talents. When you need them, it's definitely not the thing you cast on turn 3, right? This is the thing you want to hit off of a battlefront. But then, like, again, like in that situation I just described, whenever you're making one of these munitions, you also draw a card. And you can copy a munition. And then eventually you sort of win the game with these golems, right? You make them massive with the -7. You can also use the 0 ability, but really, like, every beginning of combat, you just, like, either make one of these golem tokens huge, or you transform one of the munitions into a creature. Amazing. Another real favorite, depending on the matchup, right? Sneaky one-offs that you can go and fetch with Tezzeret, Rust Harvester, where you just like put +1/+1 counters on it from the Perilous Snare, from the Tezzeret, and like from its own natural ability, and suddenly you're like, you can do 5, 6, 7 damage. I particularly love holding it up with 2 mana. Opponent attacks, you block favorably because now your creature's gotten bigger, and then you do the damage to the other attacking creature, and like with one innocent looking little Rust Harvester, you've like taken out two attackers, or like, you know, you go face and block something and then untap and face again, and then it's more damage the next time, you know. Of course, you need to have some artifacts in the graveyard to exile, but you know, nesting bot is often in the yard. The opponent might remove your 1 or 2 Legion extruders or something. Boom, perfect. Sneaky one of Ghost Vacuum for best of 1, which you can find with Tezzeret. There's so many reanimator decks in best of 1 right now, it's disgusting. You can sacrifice your artifacts to the Gold Saucer. You can sacrifice your artifacts to Legion Extruder. You can sacrifice your artifacts to Duskro's Reliquary. You can... That's it. So, you know, there's a point at which you run out of ways of sacrificing your artifacts, and you have a buttload of these munitions tokens in play. But enter Pinnacle Starcage. If you read the munitions tokens carefully, they say that when they leave the battlefield, which is different wording, right? There's maybe you're a little newer to the game. God, my mouse. There's a 2-mana artifact in black that, you know, because I know it has that text. The different one is enters or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. It's different, right? This isn't going into the graveyard, but I mean, they would, right, if it was a token, even though it's weird that how that rules works. Like if there's another card, for example, that says like if a creature was put into the graveyard this turn, and like your a creature token dying would still satisfy that, even though it doesn't go there because it isn't a card. It's still like what's happening. Whereas in the case of the the munitions tokens, it's just leaving the battlefield. Exile is leaving the battlefield. So when you have like it's those late game scenarios where you just need to close things, you have probably got 2 weapons manufacturing on the battlefield. Just casting Pinnacles, having Pinnacle Starcage enter the battlefield will trigger both of your weapons manufacturings, making an additional 2 more munitions tokens, and then exiles all of them in one go. And you just go ping, 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 ping at the opponent's face. It's been really fun. And they don't expect it. And you can play some sort of like weird pixie-esque lockdown shenanigans with your Pinnacle Starcage, Duskro's Reliquary. You know, you sack the Starcage to the Reliquary. It enters the battlefield again. Everything that was trapped underneath it comes back out. And because it only snags artifacts, your weapons manufacturing stays on the board. And then it re-triggers. It's been really, really amazing. And I'm honestly thinking there could be a deck, which I'll get to. You saw how many other versions I had there. I may show you at the end. Where like we don't play United Battlefront, we just go like more low to the ground. We make it all about like growing the harvester. You probably need to get into black. Some of you with sharp eyes may have noticed the Mardu version. You'll just have to stay tuned. But that is it as far as this portion of the video. I think it's time for us to jump into some games. As you know, you can always skip ahead if you're not interested in BrewTechs and you know how to play the cards. You just want to see me pilot the deck. Skip ahead. Timestamps in the video description. If you just want to jump ahead and see where I discuss sort of like what we learned, whether there's any stats I can show you on Untapped, timestamps down in the description. This kind of sucks to keep in hand, but I won't say no to 2 United Battlefronts if I can find a 4th land. I feel like that's pretty cool. Ask and you shall receive. Probably Landfall though, which is terrifying. Okay, that's a very good play. Fortunately. Maybe he'll play another like cheap thing. Then I can just Pinnacle now. Dang it. Okay, so this is quite obviously a Snakeskin Veil being held up. plains or islands, so it works fine in a Boros deck. Yeah, this is like the worst possible situation for us. He's definitely got probably 2 snakeskin veils. Let's see what happens. We have to try, right? What? Wow. Epic. Alright, maybe top deck one now. What are the chances we whiff? Pretty high. Although, hang on. No, I misclicked. I was supposed to get Tezzeret. Oh my god! Now you can just sack the escape tunnel or whatever. Oh my god, such an idiot. That was my fault. Just the worst kind of idiot. If he just has one of these stupid freaking lands, we're dead. We're probably just dead anyway, but like... Unbelievable, bro. That was completely, like, my fault. Completely ridiculous. I need to buy a new mouse again. It's constantly the mouse. Like, I don't know, the main click button is like loose. If I'd picked Tezzeret, I would have been able to grab one of the heart, you know, the 1-mana exile artifact thingy with Ward 2. I cannot believe that. We got so lucky he didn't have the veil. So dumb. I hate like avoidable mistakes like that. It's just such a feel bad. Again? Eesh. Too shabby, eh, Nige? That means he has no veil. That enters tapped. My dear fellow. Nice. Not a Hydra. For once in my life. Or a chocobo. I mean, can't say no to that, can you? Gasolina. Land would be great. Okay. Sure, bro. He swings. Nah, the plot thickens. You don't swing, do ya, Mr. Flood? Haha, for once. Oh, how the tables have turned. Okay, this is when we start to freaking pop, pop, pop. Let's, like I said, keep it for his turn. Okay, opponent's like hyper flooded. Now we can sacrifice the vacuum. I'm hoping to top deck the damn. What's it called again? Dark Age. This feels like pre-rotation Landfall. People be playing different stuff now. I could have just taken out the one blocker and swung with the Menacer. Hell! That was nice. A bit of a revenge match from the previous mono green. Bit of a redeemer for my misplay. You know. We would be 2 for a slightly less clickbaity title for the clip. That's a mulligan. Well, we put away the extruder, right? I mean... Thank you, Arena. Sometimes, bro. Sometimes. Woo. Justice prevails. Who plays the miserable match? I guess. Azorius? Not control. Okay, okay. This is a very typical matchup. Like, this is the much hated Synthesizer deck. Pretty stoked to have found another Legion Extruder, frankly, because we need a way to sack these things eventually. Here comes the Synthesizer, hopefully. Because then we can just react to it immediately with the Reliquary before he even gets a construct. Okay. It's actually kind of freaking epic. Because this is almost more problematic. Here comes the United Battlefront. Oh! Okay. That might actually be amazing. If we can just find a way to... It's a way. Soon enough, eventually, hopefully. Getting a little shafted by the shuffler here. For sure. Look at the lands disparity. Again. It's either one or the other. Like, it's just never like a fine balance, right? Like, it's either you flood or you screw. Sack the loaded spring blades to find you. This deck is so broken, in my opinion. And it's the only Azorius deck that doesn't care about how bad the mana is. So we just draw something else. Ooh. Not. One, two, three. 6 to 3. Oh, wow. Cannot believe I'm on 3 lands. It's not like this. I went down on this 24 land deck, and our most expensive card is a 4-drop. Look at this freaking shuffler, bro. Top deck anything else. It's embarrassing, like how crap it is, dude. Now you're repurposing bait. Can he do this at instant speed? No. Always when it's too late, huh? I think we're priced into sacrificing these like 2 artifacts, blocking, and then doing it again next turn. And that's still not enough. I guess if we swing with one of them, is the opponent gonna like... Risky biz. Cool. Now we did. I cannot believe this freaking game, bro. Honestly, like, what a joke. 8-16. So frustrating, bro. It drives me up the wall, seriously. Like, the whole, like, up, I don't know how long. I just cannot draw lands or I flood. Since Final Fantasy, I feel like I'm cursed, bro. Truly and honestly. Like, what is that? I bet you he had 24 in his deck as well. And it's never balanced. Like, it's either one or the other. This next match, watch. I'm starting to get to the point where, like, I cannot help but sound salty. And I realize how tinfoily it sounds. The only proof I have is the screenshots I post. But, like, if you play a 5-hour game, like, session of Magic all day, like, for me, you know, like, it's, like, all day, essentially. I'm just there jamming. What are the chances that you draw 14 lands in a 22 land deck? Like, I don't know, 4 out of 6 matches in the top 20 cards of your library. I did some math on Grok. It's like 0 points, like something like that can happen once a day, 5 times in the same freaking... No, that's bullshit. Like, straight up. Or it's like, you know, just a badly... I don't know what it is. They tweet something and it got noticeably way worse. At least as far as I'm concerned. Also, we've played 3 mono-green Landfall opponents back to back. Not back to back, but pretty much. In 4 games, we played 3 mono green.
My purpose is clear. This will suffice for now. Bow.
Roy. Easy.
My will is my own.
That's how it's done. And you just can draw cards that do things.
I expect that my network is already vast.
And that's our ultimate done.
My will bow. All of space. Yet my will is my own.
Oh, I could have won. Whoops. Oh no, well, yeah, it would have been 1 HP. What a roller coaster Diamond is. I mean, especially if you're just like brewing stuff all the time. If I just picked the deck that's good and I played well, I would be in Mythic already, but it's the nature of the job. It's slow, but potentially insane. That's a keeper. Oh god, I got this bug. Please don't be controlled. Please don't be controlled. Please be like me. I don't know. Again, the we'll find out shortly, I guess. Maybe he's got the get lost. Ah, okay. Wow, it seems like this deck list is summoning. It doesn't work on enchantments. Shot through. Guess who's back? Womp womp. Tez is here. Pick your cards up. Okay. We can play that game, boy. Take it. I'm not gonna fire mine.
There is no system I can't improve.
Caretakers can come later.
Soon you will grovel. There is no system I can't improve. Even these strange metals answer to me. All too easy.
Okay. I guess now we have no choice.
This technology is advanced. Every piece grants me power. My will is my own. All too easy.
Oh my god, you absolute Just get out of my freaking face, man. Can this person just stop having the freaking perfect answer every single time? Would be quite nice. My god. Bugger off, dude. Yeah, I'll gladly take back my Planeswalker. And now you play one of those damn cards.
Even the smallest trinket has its use.
Please, just stop it. Okay. Phew.
My network is already vast.
He's gonna, use this thing to put a stun counter. That's okay.
My control is absolute.
Six times 2. We're not quite at one Pinnacle Stark Age will win the game scenario, but close. Two more munitions. Okay. And a repurposing bay. It's just a freaking like flick of a coin, man. Oh, this is another nice thing to showcase. Playing the land triggers everything.
Mana still obeys me here.
Mana. Yes. We got the Redeemer against Monogreen, and we got the Redeemer against Zorius Artifact. So I guess I'm happy, even though like sort of even win rate there. We got to showcase everything, and you'll just have to take my word for it. It's a very, I mean, we got again. Look at the number of lands this time. It's just again never balanced, but fine. I'm gonna stop being salty. Please, I apologize, but when it's like this many times, so often, I cannot keep quiet anymore. But that is going to be it for this one. Let's jump back in. Oh, wait, stats. Let me go see if there's enough on Untapped for this version of the deck. It's been through quite a number of permutations. Nah, it's still the okay, never mind. It's okay. I'll just have to show you. I mean, well, it was just 2 and 2. I just made this one. That's why it still had the old arts on the Shocklands, because I re-imported it on the Foundries. So freaking epic, but this is definitely not the only way in which you can build this. I just think United Battlefront is a very strong card. We just saw that in many situations. But there's like some of the win cons which are more fun, let's say, in Rust Harvester. So it got me thinking, like, what if we could build more around that and less around Tezzeret, let's say? Or maybe if we get rid of the Battlefront, can we trim a couple of lands and fit in some more other things? So there's so many moving parts when it comes to this artifact deck right now that basically I'll just quickly go through them. This was pretty much the same version, no Battlefront, full Rust Harvester. Managed to trim a land, still wasn't quite doing it. The other one's better with the Battlefront. Then I tried like a Rakdos version with the mana just, for whatever reason, Arena just won't let me play Rakdos. This versions of this Rakdos sack deck, right from early access to now, I have not been able to get like any kind of headway. It just feels like, I don't know, I'm not allowed to play Rakdos on Arena for some reason. Cannot curve out, everything just sucks, like nothing works. Even though in theory, it's the color in artifacts that has the most sack outlets that are free, and it should work really good with weapons manufacturing. I'm gonna keep freaking hammering at it because the card quality is so good in there, but I don't know. But finally, I kind of just was like, let's just put all of those colors together, and then this creation came into existence. And I think this is actually where it needs to go, where it's like, yes, we got some black, but it's not a very intense amount. It's mostly still the Boros package, but we got the good black cards for the deck, which is, you know, like I was saying before, we need more things in the graveyard to feed the harvester. And then just going up to a second copy so it can become a win con without just being the one of gets removed. Whoops. Now with Tezzeret being able to find the 1-drops, we'll just, you know, with 2 of them in the deck, it's like the main alt win con, let's say. And having things like Memphitic Draft that not only draw cards, which it was essential as you saw. We're not playing the Caretaker's talent in this one. So we've also got Tarian's Journal. When you sacrifice the draft to Tarian's Journal, you're drawing 2 cards. So often it's a play it, draw a card, trigger manufacturing, sack it to Tarian's Journal, draw another card. And then the Tarian's Journal will draw your card. So 3 in total for you know, 2 mana, because the sack outlet here is not endless like, let's say, the Zealot, but free, and draws cards, which is amazing. And then Tithing Blade's just a nice alternative to, let's say, something like the Glass Casket, which I had in the other version. I think this is probably where it'll end up. There's also an argument to be made for Naya, but I ended up deleting it because it was that bad, like in the initial runs. I have to work on that one more. But Naya, you get to play the Gruul guy. Where are you? The botanist. No, the biotech specialist. Yeah, or maybe Jund. So, like, I'm not done yet. I'm definitely not done yet. But the point is, Tezzeret, freaking cool planeswalker. I think we can all agree I showed that to full, you know, to its fullest tonight. We got to do the emblem. We got to, you know, use that -3 plenty times. We got to see how many, you know, counters I could put on it in one turn, just with 1 land and a -3. You know, find a Duskgrower's Reliquary, sack a nesting bot with the weapons manufacturing in play. It's just like, so I'm very, very happy where it's landed for this Boros version. Please let me know what you think in the comments. But other than that, I would just like you to subscribe to the channel and leave a thumbs up. Always helps. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I'll see you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.